Good evening and welcome back to the Kellogg Arena on day one of the CSI Predator US Billiard series. With me in the commentary box once again, the very talented, well, the silent assassin, I've just found out was his nickname, Mr. Tony Robles.
Thank you, Mark. It's great to be here. It's a pleasure doing commentary with you, and what a match we have for tonight.
Dennis Grabe against K.Juszcyszyn. What a game this is going to be. Two players that play regularly against each other on the European tour, and two guys that have been at the business end of the last few tournaments they've played in as well. Here we go. Dennis won the leg and will break.
Lost a bit control of the cue ball there, but
made the 7 in the side. But look at this table.
Yeah, I don't think the one goes. He's going to have to play safe here.
How are you playing this, Tony?
It all depends. I'm looking at it from this angle right here, and it looks like he has a tough time getting away from that 2-ball. If he can get the 1-ball past the 2-ball and roll the cue ball by behind the 2-ball, like sneak it underneath the 2-ball.
Looks like he's playing that. Looks like what he's playing. Has he done it? Has he made it?
Yeah, he did. He did. It's a good shot.
Yeah, he's made it all right. And straight away, the short stick comes out.
Yeah, you want to separate the 1 from the 2 here. That's a key, regardless of whether you make the bank or not.
Doesn't want to get any draw on the cue ball. Oh, done well to keep the cue ball on the table.
Oh, yeah.
I was worried about the scratch. He went airborne, very, very nearly didn't land on the table.
Yeah. You know, thing with that shot is he was really hoping he didn't end up over jumping like he did, because it took away some speed from the 1. So now the 1 wound up stopping in front of the side pocket. He was hoping to leave it somewhere down here.
Yeah, and a clear path up the middle of the table back up for the 2, right?
Yeah, it's wide open to come back for the 2-ball.
Wants it to run, wants it to run. He's okay. Now wants it to slow up. Doesn't want to be straight. He's okay, I think.
Mm-hmm. But here, if you stop by the center of the table, go 2 rails for the 4, I think he'll be in good shape here. Tables are sliding a bit because it's a brand new cloth. It's a Predator Arcadia cloth, which, by the way, runs absolutely awesome.
Yeah, let's talk very quickly about your match this afternoon. How did it go?
You know, Mario and I had a good match. I had a couple of opportunities that I did not capitalize. I'm still trying to get used to being back in competition. So, you know, I'm just going to give everyone a warning, let them know, watch out for the silent assassin.
The silent assassin is hiding at the moment, but he's ready to shoot again, right?
There you go.
Excellent.
Just got to make sure I don't run out of bullets. Well, like I said before, I think he's going to go 2 rails here.
Yeah, well, needs that to run. I think he's going to be okay by the looks of it. Obviously passes the 9-ball.
I mean, even if he stops right by where he's at right now for the 5-ball, he should be in good shape. Or even playing in the opposite pocket, you see, like he did right there. Because you want to let the stroke go a bit, you know.
Yeah, got to let that stroke out, Tony.
Yeah. Now here, I believe he can avoid the scratch in the side and go 1 rail. So he's going to come short of the side pocket, at least end up parallel with the 6.
Both of these are Euro Tour winners, and we all know how difficult it is to win a Euro Tour, right? And both of these players have won a Euro Tour.
Yeah, those are very difficult tournaments to win. Over here, he's going to go 1 rail and go on the 8-ball, then go 1 rail again. Oh, he got a little straighter than what he wanted there. He might have to draw back here. Yeah. Now, see, this is a player preference. Some players don't have a problem drawing all the way to the top rail and back. If he does have a slight angle here, he could leave it more or less where it's at now and take the slightly tougher shot in the 9. It's not like they can't make the shot, you know. But I like going on the top rail here.
Yeah, we saw Eklund Catchy in the last match. He's got some cue power, that guy.
Oh, yeah.
And played a few shots similar to the one we've just seen Dennis play.
Here, all he has to do is hit this at 6 o'clock.
And it's just gone 6 o'clock.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 6:30. Well, it's 5:30, 5:36 on mine. I'm still in Central Standard Time.
And in it goes. Game number 1 goes to Dennis Grabe, Estonia's number 1. Actually spent 8 happy years living in Estonia. Great country.
Oh wow! I did not know that.
Medieval town. They got the old town surrounded by the wall.
I would like to give a special shout out to my sponsors, Predator Cues, who are the ones that are making all this possible, and also to my other sponsors, my 2 other sponsors, Beyond Billiards in Davie, Florida, as well as the South Dade Billiard Academy, which is about 4 minutes from where I live in Miami. Wonderful. Also want to give a special shout out to my wonderful wife, Gail, and my son, Antonio, who are watching this match.
Are they watching now?
Yeah.
Hi guys, how are you? You've got a very, very talented dad and husband. He's not only good with a cue in his hand, he's good with a microphone in his hand as well. So here we go then, rack number 2.
So let's see how he hits this one, Mark. Let's see if he hits it dead straight to the side. And let's see where these balls are going, whether they're going to the side or above or below. He's about a ball, 2 ball widths away from the spot.
Wow, put a lot into
He
that
hit
one.
it ever so slightly to the left of the one, but he still managed to make one of the corner balls 4
made
rails.
the 4 rail, 2 ball in the corner, as you so rightly saw, and he's got this 1 ball in the side, but where does or even in the corner, look.
He can bank the 3. I mean, most of these players are great bankers. If he can minimize the movement of the cue ball and make that 1 ball on the side, he has a nice bank on the 3.
I'm just wondering, will he try and move the 3-7? He's got the angle, I think.
Oh, you mean like go past a 4, right?
Yeah.
That's a possibility for sure. Yeah, if he feels comfortable shooting that in the corner, absolutely.
Just nick that 3 ball away from the 7.
And that's actually not a bad shot because he can also. He looks like he might draw past it. He might not be able to get past it.
He's played safe. He didn't take any chances. Didn't feel he could get onto the 3. Well, he could have played that better a little bit. I think he tried to play the 1 into the 5 there and missed contact with the 5.
Yeah, either that or he tried to draw it behind the 3-7-8 and hit it too thick. So it's like you said, either run into the 5 and leave the cue ball behind the 4, or that,
And very slow roll here.
Well, I like putting him behind the 9. He's
actually, that's what I thought he was going to play, to be honest. I thought
he went for it. I'm surprised he went for that, considering that there was no play on the 3 ball.
In the 3, right? So Conrad, 27 years old, from Poland, with one of the hardest surnames to pronounce, but he told me the easiest way to pronounce it. Imagine musician, but it's Juszcyszyn.
Juszcyszyn?
Juszcyszyn. Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought he told me it's Juszcyszyn.
Did he? He's telling us different things. He's trying to get us arguing. That's what he's doing.
But listen, he shot a great shot on the 1 ball over here to play position, as I told you, for the bank. But he's going to have to hit this really hard a bit.
Yeah, you like that, right?
Yeah.
You called it. 2 shots to go the bank. And I think that's what he would have liked to have played at the first time, but chose safety.
Yeah, he just probably didn't have the angle with the 1 ball.
Yeah.
You know? I'm really enjoying the way these tables are running. It's not too fast, it's too slow, it's just right. You know, even though it's sliding a bit, that's always going to happen. That's always a given with the new cloth, but it's playing really, really nice.
Yeah, it's good that he hasn't got to do much with the cue ball here, because he's finished a little bit funny over the 6, but no problem. He's a very tall guy. Most Estonians are.
Yeah, he's got very minimal movement here. Stop shot, slide it over a bit. Then another stop shot will come off the rail a bit for the 8 in the side, and then stop shot in the 9s. It's like, this is what we were talking about in an earlier match. There's a difference between having to connect the dots and having to solve Rubik's Cube. There is no Rubik's Cube in this rack, right?
I've never solved a Rubik's Cube.
I did when I was a kid, but that was a long time ago. Maybe about 5 years ago.
Both of these players are Predator sponsored as well, of course.
Oh, look. He felt more comfortable playing in the same pocket. So I guess it wasn't as easy to make it in the side. I mean, I'm looking at it from here. It looks like it is, but, you know, player preference, I guess. Over here, you got to go back and forth.
Yeah, we're still yet to have a shootout on the stream table. There's been a few. There's been a few over there. I just watched Jeremy Seaman beat Edgy.
Oh wow, that's a good win there for him.
Very good win.
Little kill speed right here.
Yeah, it's perfect. So it's going to go 2-0 for Dennis Grabe.
He looks very comfortable. Looks very comfortable.
Pretty good, and we're going to be back with rack 3 in just a few moments. Welcome back to Battle Creek, and it's the battle of the Europeans at the moment. Dennis Grabe leading 2 racks to 0 in the first set, race to 4 of course. We're playing 10 ball. Early 10s do count, just to remind you. And
let's see if he makes the 4-rail bank on the 4 ball, the 8, like he did the previous rack, Mark. He seems to be... He breaks so strong, and so does Conrad, but he seems pretty comfortable out there.
Yeah, there goes the 4 ball again. You called it, and it's in again.
Yep, it went in there again. And it's the only one that went in, too. So he's got that one down. I wouldn't change that spot at all.
That's fine, right? Shot at the 1 as well. 3 ball's gone a little bit funny again, though, like it did in the last rack. And Konrad Juszcyszyn, one of 3 top Polish players here with us at the moment. Victor Zielinski, of course. And
he's going to have
the butcher's here as well.
Who's that?
The butcher, Mieszko Fortunski.
So many great players in Poland. Yeah, he was trying to beat that 6. Now it's going to be very tough.
I'm like thinning this and go and hide, bring the 2 ball across the table a couple of times and take the cue ball back down the other end, hiding it behind that cluster of balls. What do you reckon?
Yeah, he's just going to cross bank it, I think.
Oh no, he is, yeah. He's played the... Wow, that was a risky safety. That was.
He had to hit that per. I thought for sure he was going to cross bank it and then send the cue ball by
That's exactly what I thought. And that was a real... We say in snooker, never play the snooker towards a pocket.
Yeah.
And there's a prime example.
If he can get by the 10 here, he's going to play position for that 3 in the side pocket. Yeah. If he can get past that 10 ball, he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 rails and get the 3 ball in the side pocket.
Look at this. How well has he played this? Yeah. Absolutely perfect.
Yeah. He hit it great. He should be out from there. Now he just rolls forward a bit.
Can you believe it?
Oh, wow. But do you notice how he didn't take as much time for that? It's just so easy to take the hangers for granted of what you believe to be hangers. That's why I don't believe there's such a thing as a hanger.
No such thing as a hang-up. No
Yep.
such thing
Yep.
as an easy pot. Dennis glancing over at the shot clock.
Dennis has to go by some traffic over here in order to play position for the 5 ball. I think even if he ran into the 10, as long as he has a shot, I would prefer if he can hit the rail first and come off the 10 and then have the cue ball go by where the spot is.
Just like that.
Right?
Oh, how's the 8-10?
He wound up tying that up. He might have a billiard on the 10.
Yeah,
no?
he might have a billiard on the 10 if he can get over on that rail. That's what he's looking at now. Needs to make the 5, 6, 7 and then leave the cue ball over on that right hand rail as we look. And then the billiard is on, I think.
I mean, he can always, depending on how he gets on the 6, try to break it up with the 6 ball.
How well's he struck that.
Yeah, he hit that good.
Beautiful.
And the other option that he has is leave the cue ball by the side of the table where he's at now and shoot the 7 and break him up. But it looks like he's looking to see if that billiard is on.
The way he's played
it's
this,
got to
he's
be
looking
on.
at the billiard. Yeah. Just get that cue ball as tight to that rail as possible, I think. Or he's not looking tight to the rail. Perhaps you don't want it tight.
Yeah, you at least want to make sure you leave it near the side pocket.
Yeah. Don't go too near that side pocket, though. He's nowhere near it. That's good.
All right.
10 ball is called. So
it's funny because from here it doesn't look like it goes. But if he's calling it,
really
oh yeah, now it goes. Yeah,
really
that definitely goes.
There it is.
Yep.
He's on the hill, unless the cue ball scratches.
Wow,
but
look at that.
He's got the correct English on it to keep it out. So 3-0 to Dennis Grabe. So if you've managed to catch any other matches, just very quickly, you might hear the microphone, somebody making some announcements in the background sometimes. That's because we're in this huge Kellogg Arena and there's actually 2 events going on at the moment. We've got the Michigan Open Amateur Championships going on. We've got 400 players. We've got 47-foot diamond tables and they're all battling it out to be champion of Michigan.
Great.
Terrific,
battling it out in Battle Creek, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, they're doing CSI is doing an incredible job along with Predator. But, I spoke to Ozzy Reynolds and Amy earlier, and Ozzy told me that the BCA is pulling in bigger numbers than they have in years. So good for them. All right, let's see if he makes that 8 ball 4 rails, Mark.
Yep, he's calling it again.
But it's
this
also
time.
pay attention to the 2 and the 9 in the side because that's ultimately what they're trying to do, too, besides a 4 railer, that is.
Oh, he got a kick on the 4 ball. This time he's made the 3 and the 2 in the top left. And has he got a shot on the 1? Oh, it's awkward queuing. He's jumping up and down, trying to move the ball a little bit. How many times have you done that?
Yeah.
Or swung your hips to try and...
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure he's happy that he's not totally on top of Mount Everest here,
I think he's got to go for this. There's no real easy safety on, is there?
Well, I'm not sure how he's going to play position here. I think he has to play safe behind the 5. I think he has to go 1 rail with the 1 ball here.
I was worried about the scratch, but it's okay, yeah.
Oh, he hit it for a second. I think he might have hit a little too thick. Yeah, he did. Look at this.
Conrad might be able to come off. Right?
Conrad might be able to come off the rail, and if he hits it full enough, maybe go towards the 10 ball.
10 ball. Yeah, that's what he's called. He's called the 10 ball.
He has to hit it with speed, though, to get the cube, force the cue ball to come back down.
Yeah, this is a shot of desperation.
Oh, he's just going for the combo.
He's just going for the. He's just going for the safety.
See, that's a better shot. I didn't think he could see it. I thought he had to kick it. If he would have had to kick it, then he would have had to hit it with speed. He hit that great.
Yeah, clever little shot that, using the 10 ball just to hold the 1 ball on the rail.
Well, his objective here is make contact with the 1 and hope that the 6 or the 7 won't stop the cue ball from heading back uptown, right?
Oh, and the 7 has caught it, but it's...
The 7 stopped it, right? So that gives him a bit of a easier safety.
You're not tempted to go for this along this bottom rail? Cue ball naturally going up towards the 4 in the side?
He's a shot maker. I mean, I think you should definitely go for this because if you overcut it, you can leave your opponent safely and then you go 2 rails.
I like that shot a lot now then. He just missed a 3 ball in this side pocket.
I don't think he's going to do that again.
No, exactly. A little bit more difficult in this one. Just take your time, bear down on it, as they say.
And recompose yourself. That's correct. Now over here, he draws past the 9 and draws slightly past where he's at now. That way he has the option to play the 7 if he gets straight on the 6, the 7 in the corner. If he is up with more of an angle, which is what he wants, then he plays the 7 ball in the same side pocket as the 6.
I'll tell you what I've noticed. They say there's no money in pool, but I see plenty of pool players wearing Gucci belts.
Yeah, yeah. Well, hopefully that's not because they misspent it. You know?
Yeah.
I like going across over here. Very nice speed. Go across
that's
again.
Just about perfect, isn't it?
Yeah. Doesn't have to do anything fancy here. You could roll it. You could stun it. I prefer to roll it. And then just shoot the long shot on the 10 ball.
Chance for Conrad to get on the scoreboard. And they say you never settle until you get your first rack on the board.
Yeah.
And here it comes. So it's finally poised at 3 racks to 1 now, Dennis Grabe, and we're going for a little bit of a timeout. So will the players. We'll be back soon. We're back in Battle Creek. Conrad Musician coming to break off 3-1 down first set. We're in Battle Creek at the Kellogg Arena for the CSI Predator US Pro Billiard Series. It's day 1, and what a day it's been. And we've got 3 more to come.
Yeah.
And there we see the break, and it's dry from... I just read a stat about Conrad, actually. He won the Gotham City Billiard Pro Classic in 2016 and actually beat Kevin Cheng twice on the way to winning that.
Yeah, you know who ran that event?
You.
I did.
Wow.
Yeah, he won $10,000 for first that tournament. He played absolutely spectacular.
I saw you nodding and I thought, hello, here comes another quote, and you was actually running it.
Yeah, I ran that event along with Gotham City Billiards in Brooklyn, New York. It was a special event because it was dedicated to Kevin's sister, the owner of Gotham Billiards, who passed away. So he wanted to dedicate the tournament to her, and he added $15,000 to that event.
Wow.
And we had a ton of all the top players were there. Right, this is a little tight here. He has to hit this pretty good. See, it's a little tight. You can only fit one Mack truck there, not two. You know, it's tough to make a wall when you can only fit one Mack truck.
So Gotham City actually exists then. It's not just a Batman thing.
Oh, no. And he has some Batman stuff in there, of course. Right? He has some Batman memorabilia.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not happy with himself right now. He needs to keep his composure just in case he gets, because I always tell people, if you keep your composure, you're ready to come back to win when you get back to the table. You must maintain that composure, because if you do that, then you really are there to win. Right?
Yeah. It's no good sitting there stewing over things you can't change. Get over it and start afresh.
Now, if he can get one of those balls by where the 5 is, or the cue ball down here, it's in good shape. It's a little tricky because he had to hit it super thin, but this is not gonna. It's not gonna look good for him right here.
Is there a window for the 1?
He's probably gonna freeze him near the 9 ball.
Yeah, the 1 doesn't slide past, does it?
He might even hit it thin and place a 1 by the 8 and the 9 and leave the cue ball behind the 2.
Just like that.
Right.
Easy kick though. Could be in trouble
Yeah,
after
didn't
this.
even have to.
Yeah, he could be in trouble after this kick. Might just spin the cue ball back behind the 8.
Yeah, he hit a little thinner than what he wanted. I mean, a little fuller than what he wanted. That's why the one is there. Well, that's why he has a nice kick shot there. I just don't see the cue ball doing much here.
No.
You see? It's hard to get the cue ball to escape the 1 in that situation.
Couldn't hit enough of it, could he?
But he did the best that he could with what he had, right?
Yeah, Dennis will be going all out for this, will he? No, he's playing another safe behind the 3.
Or you got to call the 10 here, Mark. I mean, I would try to go underneath the 1 and play with the cue ball, so that way the 1 has a chance of going
coming
uptown.
off the rail, yeah.
And then the cue ball has a chance of being stopped by the 10.
Has he called it? Yeah, he's called the 10 in there. You called it first.
Well,
This has got 2 chances, hasn't it? He could hit the 1 directly onto it. It could come off the back of the rail just like that.
like I said, yeah, the 10 acts as a stopper and the 1 goes uptown.
And the 7's
a good
come to
shot.
the rescue, has it? No, I don't think it has. There's a gap through there. Dennis is looking.
You know, I like Matt seeing this ball bit and catching enough of the 1 to send it past the two rails and then sending the cue ball possibly behind the 8 or the 5. Assuming he can't see the entire ball. I guess he can.
Yeah, he could see
he
it
could.
all.
Yeah, he could. And he hit it great.
Angle was deceiving.
So he
hit it
definitely
pretty
saw
well.
the whole ball, but he leaked it out a bit there.
Yeah, look at this. Could end up behind the 4 here, maybe.
Or try to place a cue ball behind the 3, the 7.
Yeah, plenty of options.
Right, keeping it uptown. That's awesome. Good shot.
I like the way he caught that a little bit thicker, because then he had cover with the 5 and the 9 also for the 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think Dennis has got a new shirt on. I've never seen that shirt before. Extension call.
Yeah, I've never seen that one either. But I think it's a tip. So he's going to call the 5 ball there.
Yeah.
I mean, at some point, you just got to go for it. It's just when the safety is just as difficult as the shot, you might as well go for the shot, right?
We're going Air Estonia here. Take off in about 10 seconds time, and we'll be landing probably about a second and a half later. Called the 9, got movement on the 9.
Caught a little roll
And
there.
He's had a roll, and the jump cue will be coming out
Yeah.
again. So are you a fan of the jump shot? There's some people that don't like the jumps, saying it gets too easy with the progress of the great.
I've
jump
always been
cues
old
available.
school. You know, when I first started the tour 12 years ago, the Predator Pro-Am Tour, I immediately let everyone know that jump shots are not allowed. And as soon as I made that announcement, Predator announced their first ever jump cue. So I had to change the rule right away. Right?
We had Nate Mindham in here a little bit earlier, and I was telling people how he gave Kelly Fisher some advice on jumping, and she openly admitted that in an interview. I just wondered if you had any tips for people that want to jump to improve their jumping.
Oh yeah.
Apart from buy a Predator Air 2 or...
Well, I mean, the biggest mistake people make is not getting their body close enough to the ball. You have to bend your bridge hand so that way it allows your body to get closer to the...
I was always told to get your chin as far down the cue as possible.
Well, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. Because if you're over here, you can't put your chin there. But if you move if you bend your elbow, then you can, right?
Yeah.
And the other thing is they drop their shoulder before they even strike the ball. If you drop the shoulder, you're going to miss-hit the ball all the time. You're going to lose accuracy that way. Now over here, Conrad is wondering if he should call the 6. Right, that's a possibility.
I just wonder which way he's going to go.
He has to be careful. Yeah, he's calling the 1 ball, but he has to be careful not to hit it so hard that the cue ball ends up coming off the 6 and going in the side pocket. Right? Now look, he thought about calling the 6, remember?
The 6, yeah.
He was looking at it and he made it. But you know how it goes. If he calls the 6, then he makes a 1.
Yeah.
Right?
And of course you can only call 1 shot.
Yep. Well, Dennis still has to either decide whether or not he wants to shoot that combination or figure out a way to get to that 3 ball. He can always draw back and then play the 3 in the top left pocket if he so chooses to do so. He has a nice angle to do that.
Yeah, he's nicely on the 2.
It all depends on how he's feeling. Some people prefer the combination. Some people prefer to draw between the 3 and the 4 and play the 3 in the corner. So, what would you do, Mark?
I'd let you play the shot.
I think it's just easier to minimize the movement of the cue ball. So I think that's why he chose. But he definitely wanted to get a lot straighter on that combination.
Yeah,
so he's going to have some movement here of the cue ball.
Always better to be in line with a combo, isn't it? But I fancy him to make this, or he hasn't even played it.
He decided to go for the safe.
He's going for the jugular. He's not giving Conrad a chance to get back into this. And I think we might see the jump again. Yeah, has the jump cue in hand already.
Conrad has to call the 5 here. It looks like a dead billiard. But I mean, he still has to hit the 3 first and hit it good, but still. Looks like a dead billiard here.
Called the 3.
Look at the cue ball. Look at the cue ball.
I think he's okay just about. We might even get cover behind the 4.
Yeah.
No.
That might be it there for the first set. It all depends on how he gets on that 5 ball.
Just to remind viewers, it's 2 races to 4, and if it goes 1 set all, then we will have a shootout where we play the 10 ball on its spot, and you might be able to see on the TV screens a little white cross just behind that main spot on the table, and that's where they play from. We'll explain the rules in more detail if we get that far.
Very nice. That's what you want to do. You want to go 2 rails there. Now over here you just go 1 rail. Don't be surprised if he goes 2 rails and plays a 7 in the opposite pocket here, because I think he wound up with more of an angle than what he was hoping for, right?
Right, he's taking a risk.
He's got to make sure, right?
There.
He got away with it, but he hit it with what I call just in case speed, just in case you run into the line, right?
You see lots of right hand English spinning it up towards the 8. Couldn't have played that much better.
And if you notice, like the players in this event, because they know how the equipment is running, they're familiar with it, they already played in 2 events with the Predator cloth and the table, they're not really hitting the balls very hard.
No.
Play position.
I remember the Alex Kazakis game this morning. He was, and I mentioned it to him, I said, you're stroking the ball so softly, and he said, you have to on this cloth, it's running so well. So 10 ball for the first set. And in it goes, and we'll be back for the second set in Battle Creek very, very soon. Welcome back to the Kellogg Arena, CSI Predator US Pro Billiard Series. K.Juszcyszyn already one set down, needs to win this one to tie it 1-1 and force a 10-ball shootout. With me in the commentary booth, the silent assassin, Tony Robles.
Thanks, buddy. Over here, it looks like he's going to have to play safe. He made a ball on the break, but then ended with a shot. Leave the cue behind those balls there. Might have overhit it. No.
Yeah, quite an easy jump. He's already got the jump cue in hand. Look.
Yeah, he's ready.
He knew even before Conrad took that shot where he was going to be.
You know, good thing about this shot is if he runs into the 7, it increases the chances of stopping the cube on that side of the table for the 3, you know. I kind of like that.
Yeah. Oh, and it's gone wrong.
Unfortunately, he hit it too good.
Yeah.
I mean, he would have had to hit it that perfect to make it and stop the cue ball there dead after running into the 7. So that was unfortunate. That was a hell of a shot.
Yeah, it could have helped him. Unfortunately, it's hindered him. Now he's got a tough shot.
Well, with this one, you have to hit this one with a lot of speed if you hope to even have a prayer of leaving your opponent with a bad shot. You know, if you hit it soft, you're going to sell out every time, even a safe.
You need some separation, right?
Yeah.
Get the balls as far
so
apart
here, I
as
mean,
possible.
I would launch this.
Playing it with a lot of left-hand English to widen the angle of this rail. Well, he didn't play it too hard.
Yeah. Yeah, that's surprising, but, you know. Maybe he didn't feel comfortable launching it. I don't know, but I would have definitely launched that one because now he gave him an opportunity to do the same thing. He can put the 3 by the 10 ball, the 3 by the 10 ball, and the cue ball behind those balls. But he better make sure he doesn't leave the 10 ball dead, you know, combination, carom.
Yeah, he called that pocket as well.
Ah,
good call.
Very, very smart shot there. I like that. And that's why you have to call it. You have to call it because if you're gonna be very upset at yourself if you fail to call it and it goes in, and then you lose your turn at the table.
And isn't it strange? You try to bank that shot, maybe you wouldn't get it. What would you get that 6 times out of 10? And how many times do we see it when they're playing safe and they make the ball? That's why they call it, of course.
I'm wondering if he's thinking of shooting a bank in the side. Yeah, that's what he's looking at.
He hasn't gone far
I
enough.
like the 9 being there as a stopper, right?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to play it.
Oh, look at that. I think it's a little thinner.
No, it's okay. It looks pretty all right on the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, look.
Yeah, if he stops the cue ball in that area by the 9, he's fine. But if he happens to hit that 9 on the thin side, cue ball's going to try to go 3 rails by where he just called the 6. So he has to make sure he hits that 9 on the thick side.
Oh, he's overdone
you
it.
see that? Look. And he missed the bank,
He might have had a result here. He's had a result.
I mean, you got to cross bank this one.
Yeah, he doesn't want to collide into the 7 ball, does he?
You know, cross bank it and leave the 6 ball by the 10 if possible. In front of it would be even better. Yeah, that's a tricky shot right there. He hit it great. He hit it great. That is not an easy shot by any stretch of the imagination. That was a hell of a shot.
Yeah, especially on such a quick table.
Mm-hmm.
Well controlled.
Well, you know, he's forcing him to hit it because if he doesn't hit it, he can easily shoot a 6-10 combo. Not that he has to, but he has that option. Good shot. Good shot.
I bet he wishes he called it. I bet he wishes he called it. He didn't call it.
Oh, no, he called it.
He called it.
Yeah, he swung his cue in the direction of the pocket.
So, Juszcyszyn wins the first rack. Well, neither of us heard him call that 10, but he obviously did. Referee John Lehman racking the balls once again then. So,
hardest working man in the business, John Lehman, traveling all over the world between CSI, Predator events, his own Predator Tour in New York, and Matchroom events. He's all over the place.
But what a great job to have, right? What a great passion.
Oh, yeah.
Doing
I'm
something
very, very
you love.
happy for him. He's been doing this all his life, and he's finally reaping the benefits of it, and so that's good for him.
Wing ball John. Let's see if he's got it right here. Let's see if a wing ball goes in.
The 9 and the 5 and the 3 and the 4.
Oh, 4 nearly went. 7's gone though, I think. 7's on its way. It's in.
I don't think he's managed to get a shot yet after the break, right? If I'm not mistaken.
No, that wasn't the 2 ball. Was it the 2 ball that went in as well? Might have been the 4.
No, he made the 7 and the 4.
Yeah, 7 and the 4. 9 and 10 are a little bit funny. I don't know whether you saw a cut shot that Eklund Kachi done earlier. It was absolutely unbelievable, and this is a thin one as well.
Well, no, you got to call the bank here and try to leave the cue ball behind the 2 ball just in case you don't make it. See? Right? He's trying to play the 2 in the side. So he overdrew that one. He definitely overdrew that one.
Yeah, I don't like that shot he just played there. It was a little bit risky.
I would have just hit it soft and tried to go 2 rails behind the 2. I wouldn't have tried to make the bank, you know.
Yeah. Oh, he hit that one
look at
bad.
that. He jumped up on that one.
He's hit that one bad, hasn't he?
You don't see him do that too often, but he jumped up on that one. This is a golden opportunity for Conrad.
So, and this could be 2, and he'll have the break, and that means he could get on the hill.
Yeah.
What a great tournament this is.
It's fantastic, and they're such good kids, all these guys, you know. I got to know Conrad quite a bit when he played in my tournament when he won it that year, as well as Mieszko and all the other Polish players. What wonderful people they are. And they're competitors. They go all over the world if they need to. Same thing with Dennis.
Not sure he's got a nickname, Conrad.
I don't know.
I know Fortunsky's the Butcher, so we've got a Butcher, we've got an Assassin. What was Conrad called? Killer.
I don't know. That's a good question. I'll ask him after the match. Over here, I would play the 6 in the side. Well, no. He might have to just roll this. He has to roll this, right? Oh, it does go in the side. Okay, great. If it goes in the side, that's better. But I think he wanted to come out a little more than that. He's in good shape here, though. He's in a position to pocket the 6 and end up with a perfect angle on the 8 to run into those. Just needs to make sure that when he runs into those, he doesn't hit the 9 and go off. I mean the 10 and go off the 9.
Yeah, that's perfect angle. Now he can just run into
I think he wanted the less 7 angle because I think he wanted to come off the bottom rail and just run into the 10 and stop the cue ball there for the 9. So I don't know if he still has that angle.
I think so.
No.
No.
But look at this. He wound up with a combo. He wound up with a combo. But he definitely wanted less 7 angle on the 8 ball so that we can come off the bottom rail and run into the 10. But he made the most out of this one.
He just left it a bit thick.
I think he was great hitting at the speed that he hit it. Yep.
And it goes. It's 2-0 to Conrad Musician, and we'll be back for the conclusion of this set after the break. Welcome back to Battle Creek, Kellogg Arena. K.Juszcyszyn, the Polish player, the young talented Polish player, 2-0 up in the second set, trailing by 1-0. With me still, Tony Robles, and I've just read an interesting stat about you. What a break that was.
Yeah. He pocketed 2 balls on the break again. He's trying to increase his lead here. I would play the 2 ball in either the same pocket as the 1 ball or in the side pocket closest to the 1 ball. That's the move here because he can hide the cue if he doesn't make the 1.
Yeah, good call, Tony. And he's nicely on the 2 as well. I think it passes the 8, certainly goes to the side.
Yeah, he's going to draw 1 rail. He just has to be careful because I don't know if he has good enough angle to draw it past the 6 ball. Right, he has to hit it not too hard because he wants to give the cue ball a chance to curve a bit. Yep, there you go.
Between the gap.
That's it. Yeah.
There was room for 2 vehicles.
Yeah. Yeah, I could definitely fit 2 Mack trucks there. Over here, just get a little straight on the 6. Not too much, not too much. Be careful, be careful.
How quick a game can change. It was just that poor safety from Dennis 2 racks ago. And we're looking at Conrad going on the hill.
Yeah, and it's looking more and more like we might end up with your shootout, right?
And talking of shootouts, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Wow, look at that.
I was just going to say, talking of shootouts, you're looking at the master of them here.
Oh, wow. That's a complete shocker right there. That was totally unexpected. And he kind of shot it a little quick, too, I think. Right? Don't you think, Mark?
Yeah, he'd done that on the 3 ball earlier
kind of like
on as well,
the 3 ball earlier in the side pocket, remember?
Yeah.
The beginning of the first set? Yeah, he's not happy right now. He says, man, I could have been up 3-0 and breaking.
Just shows you how quick it can change. And he's not played a great
Dennis
shot
might have
there.
to draw straight back. He might have definitely overhit that one a bit.
Yeah, he does want an extension. He needs about a 5-minute one here, I think.
Oh, it's all the way in the center of the table, underneath the center of the table.
Yeah, he's hiding. John's going to have to creak them bones. I heard the bones creaking from here, did you? What he needs is a bridge to pull the bridge out. That's what he needs. So this is a tough shot without the bridge.
Yeah.
He needs to get that cue out of the way quickly.
Oh, he has an angle here.
Yeah,
he's good. He's not going to have a
angle.
problem getting down there.
No.
Well, actually, he didn't end up hitting it as low as he wanted to. But I've seen Dennis shoot this shot so many times. He slices these in like they're going out of style. He's very, very, very comfortable with this shot. Very comfortable with the shot. Very comfortable.
Very nice shot indeed. So pulls one back. Instead of Conrad going on the hill, it's now 2-1. Once again, the match has swung towards Dennis. He'll be breaking. Yeah.
It's just great to see all these players, you know, considering how many parts of the world are still under lockdown because of the pandemic, you know. It's just great to see them all over here. You know, that's kind of the reason why the South Day Billiard Academy was started. What they did is we had 10 guys put their money together, buy 5 pool tables, rent out a space, and just charge $100 a month per member, make it a private members only, so that if there's ever another pandemic, since it's a private members only, you're not allowed to shut it down. So
what a nice story.
That way people can still play pool. So, you know, another shout out to South Day Billiard Academy for coming up with that idea. It's a great idea. They're very, very good people. I'm honored to be a part of their academy and look forward to being there for many years.
Just there's a shot of the crowd there, and
you got Francisco, Mario.
Yeah, you've got Francisco Ruiz, right?
Yeah.
Daniel Schneider, who was in the commentary booth earlier on with me. Mario here, of course. Oh, the guy sitting next to Daniel is actually his brother.
Oh, is he?
Who also plays. He's playing in the event also.
Let's see what he does here.
He's made a ball in the side. Where's the cue ball? Can he see the 1? I think he can. Yeah, you can see the one, boys, the 10 on. Is he going to go for the 10 combo bank?
Yeah.
He's got to. He can get cover as well if he misses it.
Well, you know, he's got to think about it because, you know, it's not a gimme. And, you know, he has to think of the possibility that he might lose this rack if he doesn't pocket it. So he has to weigh the percentages here before he decides to take the shot, you know.
Can he not get back? Can he not get cover?
You know, if he can get past that 4-8, it might be the smarter play to just play it safe behind the 2 and the 3.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, why take the risk? You know, the cue ball slowed down there on him there a bit, though. See, slowed down a bit.
I'm not sure. I think that was a chance to go for that. In all honesty.
Yeah. Yeah, it's, you know, it's percentages. Some players feel comfortable with it, some don't. You know, you have someone like Billy Thorpe will shoot that in a heartbeat because he doesn't miss banks and he knows exactly how to bank it at this side of the pocket, that side of the pocket.
Banking,
you know.
Billy. Look at that, and now
doesn't surprise me. He's a hell of a shot.
That's why I say shoot the 10 because he had a shot to win it there. Now it looks like he's going to lose it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I can see that, but the flip side of that coin too is, you know, he's looking at it. Well, you know, if I try to play it safe and I play correctly, I put him behind. If I don't, at least I made the guy earn it, right?
Yeah, true.
There's always a flip side. You know how it is, right?
Did you see that gorgeous? That cue ball picked it up beautifully. The cue ball dragging played such a nice drag shot. Allows you to put a little bit of pace in, but then take all the pace out of it.
And I love where he left the cue ball here for the 4-8 combo because it forces a cue ball to come out after, you know, cutting the 4 into the 8.
It looks like we're going to go, well, we're certainly going to go to 3-1, I would have thought. And he'll be breaking for the set.
Look at this, look at this. Little close to his work there. I'm pretty sure he didn't want to end up that close, but he's good here. He's good here.
We'll explain the rules of the shootout if it does occur, and I can tell
what
you.
An exciting match between two of the top players in Europe. I'm really enjoying this. This is awesome.
How lucky are we?
Yeah. See, now he comes back to the center of the table, slide over a bit.
Yeah, look on Dennis's face.
And you know what I was trying to say earlier, just because Dennis sold out there doesn't necessarily mean he took the wrong shot.
No, of course not.
You know, because he didn't feel comfortable with it. You got to feel comfortable with it, right?
And there it goes. And we are going as well, but we will be back with the conclusion of set number 2. Welcome back to what promises to be a fabulous finale to set number 2, 3-1 on the hill, Tony.
Let's see if that 5 ball banks one rail to the top pocket by where he's breaking from, because he's been making that ball consistently.
Look, and look
at that. Look, you see that?
Went
look.
Close. The 2 balls going as well. Is it going to make it? No.
Nope. But I used to practice that. You got to break from certain parts of the table to force that second ball to go towards that pocket. And he made it a number of times, and I'm pretty sure he was playing it again there. No doubt about it. Well, this is Dennis's chance, an opportunity to make it close, bring it to within 1 of a tie for Hill. But he has to get through this rack first, break, and hope that he gets the opportunity again.
It's only day 1 of the CSI Predator US Pro Billiard Series, the Michigan Open. And I'm looking around the hall now. There's K.Juszcyszyn playing against Alex Kazakis. You've got Tyler Steyer on another table. Great American player. He's playing on the table next to us. Meanwhile, back here. What are you going to do here then, Tony?
You know, I would seriously consider trying to hit the cue ball to the 3 ball in a way where it all 3 end up parallel, so that the 3 stops dead there, and draw the cue ball 2 rails, possibly 3 behind the 4. You follow what I'm saying?
I think he's
just going to tap it.
I thought he was going to do the same. Yeah, that's not a bad shot. He's played that shot a few times, hasn't he?
That's not a bad shot. He did what was easy, right?
Yeah, he's one of the better players at that shot. It seems to be a favourite of his.
Well, you know, he has to call this. I'm not sure if he called it. I don't know if he was just aiming it or calling it, but you had to call the corner there just in case. Oh, no rail? Well, he did hit a rail.
He's hit a rail, but he's left it. But he's going to have to go up and down if he wants to get position for the 4.
He hit that with great speed right there. But remember, Dennis is deadly with these cut shots. It wouldn't surprise me if he made this and played position for the 4 ball in the same pocket. I mean,
yeah, it looks a bit straight as it comes back up.
That's what
is
he was
it going to
trying to
make
do.
it?
Well, the reason why I suggested the same pocket is because the 8 was kind of in the way, so it was tough to go, you know, straight up and down and play the 4 in the opposite pocket, because then now the 8 becomes a bigger ball if you do that, you know. Now over here, he's just going to have to try to put the cue ball, bring the cue ball underneath the 7 and the 9, but make sure that he doesn't scratch off the 8 either, or dead straight into the pocket, right? It's a tricky shot.
It to run again.
He just.
I think the jump cue is going to come out.
I
think the jump cue is going to come out again. Yeah, he's definitely one of the calmer Polish players. K.Juszcyszyn tends to get a little bit agitated sometimes and starts beating himself up. Yeah. This guy looks a little bit more level-headed.
Well, that might be the break that he's.
I think we found his nickname, Tony.
What is it?
We're going to call him Conrad the Calm.
The Con?
Calm.
Calm, like because
he stays
calm?
Calm.
Yeah.
We'll have to work on that one. Maybe not. Judging by your reaction, you don't like that one very much. It's not good if you have to start explaining it, right?
The Con center of the storm.
Yeah, I like playing it like that. It's gone a little bit further than he would have liked, but he can go back across twice, right?
Yeah, I think Conrad is looking at him like, dude, what were you trying to do there? You know. Yeah, I tell you, this Predator cloth is playing beautifully. I'm really, really enjoying this a lot. You know, I know I mentioned the South Day Billiard Academy earlier, and now Beyond Billiards. That was a nice save there, by the way. Beyond Billiards, I just got them to buy 21 pieces of cloth and 21 brand new sets of Arcos II balls for the room over there in Davie, Florida. So when they have a tournament there, October 3rd, we're gonna have all new Predator equipment in the room. So I'm excited about that. Yeah, and Predator was also kind enough to donate a piece of cloth to the South Day Billiard Academy as well.
He's had a little bit.
Okay, back to the match. Let's get going, guys.
He's got to thin this in. Cue ball up and down again.
Yeah, he's thinking of whether or not to cut this. Because he's really good at tapping this off, but you got to go for this. You got to go up and down.
Yeah.
Especially since he likes...
Mind that side pocket, though. Mind the side pocket.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, I think he
flirted.
took a risk there. I think he was better off just going up and down.
Definitely flirted with danger. As it turned out, as they say in Estonia, vaga hea, which means very good.
How do you say that?
Vaga hea.
Ah. All right, interesting match.
And it's 3-2.
Okay.
3-2.
Yes, sir.
So Conrad's still on the hill. It's all about this next break from Dennis.
Yeah, this will determine if we go to Hill in the second set, with giving Dennis the opportunity to break for the win. Or if Conrad wins one more rack, we head into an exciting shootout because they're both incredible shot makers. Conrad is one of my favorite shot makers in the game. I think when he is on, this kid is unstoppable when he is on.
He had a really good run in Vegas, didn't he, as well?
Yeah.
I seem to remember. So the first day of Michigan has been fun. There's been some great matchups, and we've got lots more to come tomorrow as well. We start at 10:30 in the morning. I believe streaming starts at midday Eastern time. Do you know when or who you're playing next, Tony?
Tomorrow? No, I know I play tomorrow at 1:30 p.m.
Okay.
Oh, look, he decided to break from the corner there. Look.
Oh, he's just
he made the 7 in the side, but the 3's tied up.
Yeah, I think he's got a chance to move this, though.
Yeah.
Thin the 2, round 2 rails.
Yeah, he's going to have to. Yeah, but the tricky part about this, Mark, is he now trying to get the cue ball up there, he's required to hit the cue ball with spin, and that makes the shot slightly tougher. I don't know if he's going to try to just play safe and leave the cue behind the 10. You see? He's required to play with a little bit of spin, which he did. It was a great shot. But he doesn't exactly have a perfect angle to go into that. You see, look, that's why he's making that face, right?
Yeah, and you can't really cheat the pocket too much.
I mean,
right?
I don't know if he can throw the 5 into the corner. It doesn't look like he can, but, you know, he might have to just play safe if he can't run into this. Let's see. He's going to try to draw
he's going for it.
Not too hard, because the harder you hit it, the tougher it is to maintain that cue ball. You know, away from that line. You know, it stays in the tangent line a lot longer.
Referee just going over to have a look. Is it frozen to the rail? He will call it if it is frozen. Referee John Lehman.
So as I was saying, when he shot the 2 ball, the harder you hit it, the longer it stays on the tangent line before the draw grabs. That's why he didn't reach that. He couldn't afford to hit it hard. But he couldn't afford to hit it soft either, because if he hits a 5 ball dead on, he's behind the 5 ball. If he moves a 3 ball, so it's like kind of like he's got to try to put him behind the 8 here.
He was between the devil and the deep blue sea there, a rock and a hard place, and he's left a little bit sticking out.
Yeah, and Conrad can make this. Conrad can definitely make this. He just has to negotiate the scratch in the side. He has to make sure he avoids the side pocket there.
You think he's cutting this, or he's going safe? Going safe, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not a great shot, to be honest. Could have done better. That's what my school reports used to say. My school reports used to say could and should do better.
Yeah, yeah. Over here.
Oh, that's a great shot.
Absolutely
and
great.
He's missed the nose of the pocket, and it's finished. Wow, not too bad. Might play this down the corner. What do you think, Tony?
It's hard to tell from this angle. I kind of like hitting it with follow and maybe a little bit of inside spin in the side pocket. Just to come back to where, you know, past where the 4 was. A little bit of inside spin. There you go.
Pulled it over just nicely. Persuaded the cue ball over, right?
Yeah. Looks like we might have a hill here. Yeah, I know right now Conrad needs to let go of that 7 ball that he missed earlier to go ahead 3-0, remember? He needs to leave. Oh, wow, for a second there I thought he missed that. But
that was
he
a
needs to
bad
let
miss, wasn't
he
it?
needs to let that go. He needs to let that go if he's to even have a chance of going to a shootout. If he hasn't already, I'm assuming, you know.
Yeah, he seems to have a smile on his face.
Yeah.
Nicely played, lots of right hand spin.
Yeah, you know, a lot of players like to go just one rail up.
I'm going 2 here, aren't you?
You know,
Maybe
I
3.
love going 3.
3
love
rails,
going
yeah.
3.
Yeah. I've seen you spin the ball. He's
Yeah.
gone 1 rail. May just touch the second rail. He has.
Well,
Decent angle.
That's kind of why I don't like that shot, because you either go on the side or you risk running, scratching in the corner, or you end up coming too short because you want to make sure you don't scratch in the corner. The other way, you just hit the 3rd rail and you're good. He's going to have to go 2 rails here.
Here's another Dennis Grabe 10.
Yeah. Well, he's used to this. This is nothing for him. He loves this shot.
We'll have to call this the Grabe 10 ball if he makes this, because he hasn't missed one of these all day.
And no, look how cleanly he normally hits it. He normally hits it to the farthest outside of the pocket, part of the pocket.
There's the advantage of being
There you go.
tall.
Straight
and
in.
he wins it. We're heel in the 2nd set. And we'll be right back after the break. We're heel in the 2nd set. Dennis Grabe breaking off to win the match.
And notice how he changed the position where he's breaking from. That's where he broke from the previous rack and pocketed the ball. Let's see if the 1 goes in the side here, or the 3 ball.
One went close.
Ooh, 1 hit the point. The 1 hit the
the
point.
10
Oh,
almost
look at this.
went. The 10 almost went.
Yeah,
as
but
well.
look at this. He didn't make a ball on the break.
And that would have won the match for him. Oh dear, look at
Conrad
this.
has a chance here.
He's got
to
the
take it to
1
a shootout.
and a 2-10 combo.
Mm-hmm.
Does he play that? He's got to play it, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, I don't know if he can get past the 2. It all depends. Can he get past the 2 mark? If he can get past the 2, then that's not a bad
maybe
shot.
going close to the
It looks like he has an angle to
pocket.
go right between them, to be honest with you. He might not have a choice but to shoot the 2 in the side or in the
He's playing
opposite
it.
side.
He's playing it.
He's playing it. He
He's
had the
playing
angle.
the 2-10 combo.
This is it. This is it. Good call there, Mike.
And the 10 ball, Mike.
Mark. Tom. It's just funny. Oh,
And in it goes.
we have a shootout,
and
guys.
we are going to have a little break, I think, before the shootout. The players are going to go and have a little freshen up. We are as well. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Okay, we are back, and there on the screen you see the graphic for the shootout. It's 4 innings. The 10 is placed on the spot just behind where it's normally racked in the rack for 10 ball. Whoever breaks first will choose the side which they want to start from. Each innings will be from that same side. We'll go 4 innings. If we're still level after 4 innings, we will then go, the cue ball will move back a diamond. You see that graphic? The cue ball moved back. Makes it doubly difficult in my eyes. How do you see this one going, Tony? You said you love the shot making capabilities of CueSports. I'm going with Dennis because of his experience in these shootouts. I've seen him go 34, 33. I've seen him go 16, 15. Who's going to win it?
Well, keep in mind, you said that you watched Dennis firsthand make 16 of these in a row, right? In the tournament recently, right? So that itself is very strong.
Yeah, in Vegas.
That's what makes it even more exciting.
The only thing I will follow that up with was it was on an outside table and there was no shot clock. The next round, he came into the arena, to the TV arena. That went to a shootout, and he lost that within 2 shots, I believe.
With the shot clock?
With the shot clock.
So now in this format for this event, is there a shot clock for this shootout?
There is a shot clock on this shootout. Yep, it's set to 30. And you'll see there the way John has set that 10 ball, he will always place it with the number 10 facing up. So they've got a clean shot to go at.
Right. No advantage. Some people like to put the number 10 pointing towards the pocket.
Absolutely.
Better than
so here we go. There you see breaking from the second diamond. And then if we're level after 4, it will move back a diamond.
I'm not sure what happened there at the time.
Yeah, I think it was just a little blip with the shot clock. Dennis taking a long, hard look at the angle.
So the cue ball must be struck before the time finishes, if not as a bounce?
Yes. And he was just in time. Funny you should say that. You just heard the bleep.
Well, I said that because it was like 10 seconds left, or like 10 seconds left, or something like that.
So now Conrad will shoot from the same side. Referee once again places that 10 exactly the same. So 1-0 to Grabe. And in it goes as well. A little bit close to the side pocket there with a cue ball. Remember, if you scratch, the 10 doesn't count. So now we switch to the other side. Really mixing it up here, Tony.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's a fantastic format. You know, I was telling someone I love the race to 4 only because it forces you to play good from the beginning, and you know, there's a lot of upsets can take place because of that too. You have a world champion that's having a slow start. You might have an advantage over that.
Yeah, the first champion of this series in Tucson, Federgorst, actually beat Carlo Biardo on a 10-ball shootout in the final. Oh, and Dennis has missed one. Dennis has missed one.
For sure.
And we're so close to the action here. I want to stay as still as possible. We're up quite a bit higher than the players, so we're not in the eye line, of course.
Dennis is going to have to hope that he misses one, right?
Yeah, he needs to hope now that Conrad misses one. Because even if Dennis carries on making them, it's 4 innings and he will lose. If Conrad doesn't miss, oh, and that one wiped its feet a little bit, but it's in.
Yeah, at the outside of the pocket there.
Little shake of the head from Dennis. And it really is tough here, Tony, with the shot clock as well.
Yeah. You said Dennis is tough with the shot clock? Is that what you just said?
I said it's very tough with the shot clock. Yeah.
Yeah, Dennis likes to take a little more time, whereas Conrad is used to shooting fast, you know.
Oh, and that's
Oh, wow.
2 missed.
Wow. That's definitely a shocker there. Wasn't expecting that at all.
So if Conrad makes this one, it's going to be all over. Just has to make this ball. And he's missed it as well. There's drama.
Look at that, look at that.
Oh,
The
he
drama's
just...
there. Well, you know what it is? When someone misses it, believe it or not, that can put a little pressure on you too to make it, because now you know I have to make it in order to guarantee the win, but if I don't,
We're still
there's
at
a chance.
2-1 musician, but still Dennis has to make this. This is his 4th attempt, right?
Yeah, this is. I would be surprised if Dennis missed this, because I mean, it's not like him, a player of his caliber, to miss this shot 3 times in a row. I mean, just missing it once in itself was a shocker.
And this one goes in cleanly. And he almost gave it a knowing sort of look then. That's the way to strike the ball.
Yeah.
Beautiful and clean, nice crisp, nice stroke. But it still remains the same. If Conrad makes this next 10 ball, he will win.
Yeah, I think he'll make it. I think he'll make it because he's composed.
The only thing
He's
is that side of the table better for the right-hander than the left-hander?
What was that?
Is the other side of the table better for the left-hander? Is it a disadvantage here? We saw Dennis there, nice comfortable bridge for his on the rail.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
And oh, in it goes. And that is the match. And I'm sure Dennis wants to hit another 10 ball. And he did struggle with it from this side, didn't he, Dennis? And I'm just wondering if that was because of the bridging. And he's missed another one.
Yeah.
Okay, game over. We'll be back a little bit later.